Hello, everyone, and welcome to our once weekly show. My name is Michelle Marie, and I am the owner and operator of Astrological Tarot. I am both a Vedic and Western astrologer, as well as a tarot and oracle card reader, and I am so happy to see you all today. Well, have you on today. I wish I could see all of you.
That would be nice. Hi, I'm Tamara White Wolf, and I own Earth and Sky Connection. I'm a shamanic witch, and I love the work I do. I'm an esoteric teacher and a psychic and seer and medium and sort of a backyard astrologer. Michelle's much better.
We both have our gifts,
Yeah.
so. And I just want to invite, hi, Lane Sinclair. So good to have you. Ted Bricks, welcome back. Susan, good to see you. I know Rachel's also in the audience because you already tipped. So thank you so much for coming, everyone. And the reason that Tanys isn't here today is she is attending a gala she was nominated for Businesswoman of the Year, and a friend of hers bought a ticket, and they're going to do that together. So that'll be really fun. Yes, Rachel, you asked, where's Tanys? She's at a gala tonight. So she was like, you guys do it without me so I can get all dressed up and maybe get a reward. And we're like, sure. But she should be back next week, so you can look forward to seeing her then. I know, Rachel, you already tipped, so go ahead and put your question in the chat. But before we get started, I'm going to go over the astrological energies that are going on just this week. And then Tamara's going to pull a few cards so that we can kind of see what's coming our way as a collective. Okay. So the first thing is this Saturday, Mars is going to enter Rohini. And Mars is really focused on the material life in Rohini. So he's interested in financial security, a luxurious lifestyle, and pursuing his passions. So this Venusian and lunar energy can make Mars feel a little bit comfortable because he enjoys life as a pioneer and a warrior. But it can also, let me see if I can find a Rohini card so you guys can see what I'm talking about. In the card, there's like a farm, and it indicates like an interest in agriculture, planting seeds. Okay. So an example of like a Mars and Rohini native is Carlos Santana, actually. And he invested his time and resources into the wine industry, which is such a Rohini thing to do, a Mars and Rohini thing to do. And another Mars and Rohini is actually Julio Iglesias. He's a world-renowned singer as well. And he's also a wine connoisseur. And he released a new line of wines under his own label in 1997, I believe. So these are two really incredibly talented men who used their Martian energy to plan something that grew into a business. And it's something that brings people joy and allows them to, celebrate with friends and family, which is a very Venusian thing. So that's the card for Rohini. You can see the crops down here. It's literally growing things. Okay. So the Venusian energy of Taurus is directing Mars's energies toward your pursuits of pleasure, your pursuits of security. Okay, so that's a good time to do that. And that happens this Saturday. And then on the 28th, we're going to experience a new moon. And this is going to be in Magha Nakshatra. Okay, Magha is entirely in Leo, and it means mighty. And this nakshatra can bring you a lot of success. It can bring you courage. It can bring you ambition. It can bring you power. It's attributed to royalty because it brings all of your past life abilities into this incarnation, and it creates a really powerful force. So you have a lot of support from spirit and from your guides if you have anything in Magha. So that's what Magha looks like. It literally is a throne. It says power, status, ancestors, ambition, pride, vanity, and royalty. So Magha's motivation is Artha, and you're here to experience like material life to the fullest if you have a planet here and the planet becomes activated in your Vimshatari, which is when a time in which the planet takes over. Okay.
Do I have one?
Actually, your ascendant is in Magha, I believe, isn't it?
That's fantastic.
Yeah. I'd have to look at, I'm doing like a bunch of charts right now, so I'd have to like
Yeah.
pull yours out, but
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
your ascendant's in Magha.
Yeah.
But the only imbalance to be aware of is that your experience on Earth is spiritually driven. So don't lose sight of your duties and responsibilities to others, because Magas, they're kings, they're queens. And so they have people that they're responsible for. and that
True.
are under their responsibility. So if you've been given a family, a company, or a position in life, and you are their support system, practicing humility for your achievements and sharing the wealth, you to avoid taking on any negative karma in subsequent lifetimes, and you build up good dharma and good karma. Okay, so like famous MAGA moons are like Idris Elba, Carlos Santana, Dolly Parton, Julia Roberts, Winston Churchill, Jodie Foster, Kyle MacLachlan. Those are just a few MAGA moons. And then on Tuesday, we're going to celebrate Swarna Gauri Vratam. And this is a fast for women. And according to my guru, Komilla Sutton, Swarna means gold, and Gauri is another name for Parvati. And Vratam means fast. So it's dedicated to goddess Parvati, who's the consort of Lord Shiva. And Gauri is just another name for goddess Parvati. And the Tritiya Tithi belongs to her. So Gauri represents virtue and fertility and marriage and aestheticism and power. So Parvati wanted to marry Lord Shiva, but Shiva was not able to reciprocate her love because he was mourning the death of his wife Sati. And so Parvati was determined to win the love of Lord Shiva. So she did intense austerities in the forest. She only survived on grass and fruits. And that won his love because he's all about austerities. He's all about giving up the things in this plane. So basically during this time, some people fast for the whole day. I can't really do that because I'm already kind of underweight. So I only eat nuts and fruits and things like that. And in the evening, you can break the fast by having like rice pudding or a meal that includes rice or grains. Whatever you do, it should be vegetarian. And usually the fast is broken after sunset. And what this does is it just attracts a good partner. It attracts a partner who's, got their ducks in a row. Okay, so that's just something you can do if you're looking for love or if you are already married. So that's just something that's really kind of fun. All right, I'm going to hand this off to Tamare, and I'm wishing you all a wonderful week.
Thank you so much. I love listening to your understanding of your craft. I love it. You really make a lot of things make sense to me, things I've been experiencing. And I really like that, because then I can go, that's why that's happening, and this is where and geez, I never thought of it that way. I learned so much from hearing you. Thank you so much.
Oh, you're so welcome. And it was really fun reading your chart.
Yeah, I do. I learned so much from you. Okay, I'm going to chime in. Some of the energy that I think we all, and I mean it, all of us are going to be experiencing over the next little while is energy that's going to shake up some negative feelings, negative thoughts. And the reason for that isn't to hurt you, but simply to help you rid yourself of certain things. So it's almost like everything you try and do is going to shake everything up, and all of a sudden you've got all this dust on the floor, in the cracks. It's all over the place now. And so you got to start all over. So it's like cleaning up old messes and setting things straight for the future. And so this is why I think the seed energy there is, as that gathering energy is there. I mean, it's harvest as well. And so it's a good time for you to really think about what's going to happen in the winter. What are you going to need? And where can you get that set up now? Start setting those things up now. So you might as well use this energy that you're going through to become more independent. That's one of the things I get, self-reliant. And this will give you a confidence too, I think. I think we are facing some, well, I got the Fox card. Oh, we're a little bit over here. Where can you see it best? There. I got the Fox card in reverse. When that happens, it tells me there's a trickster around. And then right underneath that is this weasel. Come on, we know what weasels are. They're sneaky. And this is what's guiding us. This is what's hovering over us, taking us over, and it's everywhere. It's not just in Canada. It's not just in the United States. It's not just in India. Every single area is dealing right now with an overbearing governing force. That's the best way to put it. All right. And there's going to be some sacrifices, and we are all going to be facing that in the coming days. So in your own personal life, so that's the macro. But when you look at the micro energy is also coming off and spinning into your area, your energy. So you're going to feel it too. So what you do not need, you'll have to get rid of. What you are too burdened by, you'll have to carve away from. So it's, we've gone through the growing season. Now it's the cut and harvest. Okay, so you have to do that with all your ideas, all the people around you, all the incidences in your life, whatever's happening, all your business transactions. Cut away the ones that aren't serving your highest good, and literally, I mean, filling your wallet and not costing you too much time. So remember that your time is money too. And also, as we age and as we have more and more on our plate and more worry, even when you're younger, you have less and less patience. And if you allow yourself too much of that, you're going to lose it. And then you're going to lose friends and you're going to lose ground with things that you've been working hard for. So this is why I'm telling you to sit back, carve away what is overextending your energy. Anything that's overextending your energy, limit it or put it over there. For instance, today I said, bookkeeper, I can't. I can't do this bookkeeping stuff. And she looked at me and she knew, you're right, you can't. And I need this kind of work. I'm a spiritualist all the time, and I like to stay away from bookkeeping if possible. So if you find out that you can't do something, find someone to help you. And if you can't afford it, trade something, barter, engage in that way. So the other thing is just don't fool yourself and watch yourself for addictions and bad behavior or bad patterns, that type of thing. Nip those things in the butt. And if one of those things are being around your family, sorry family, but if one of those things is being around your family and they irk up things or they trigger areas that you need to not have, limit your time around your family. You don't have to get rid of them, just limit your time. So that's the energy that I think every single person in this room who is listening will benefit from knowing.
Great advice, Tamare. And I was like silently laughing because I was muted, because as you were saying that, for our next question, which is Rachel, I got the Two of Pentacles, Two of Earth, which is just balancing, balancing all, you got all these balls in the air, you're juggling, right? And so it literally says too much going on at once. I need to make a decision, consider a more playful approach. And I think that when we take a more playful approach on when it comes to our issues and trying to balance everything, and we try to have a little fun with it, it can take the sting out of the responsibility, especially when like the computer's not working or it's a new software program or I know it's just
all of it this week.
Yeah. I think it's a collective thing too. So having to balance all of those responsibilities is trying to find the fun in it. But at the same time, sometimes you just need to put the balls down. Like I took a whole month off of doing readings on TikTok because it was like I was burnt out. I got the Two of Pentacles and it says you're juggling too much. Put them down. Okay, so Rachel, this is for you. It's for everyone else because Tamare definitely tapped into that Two of Pentacles, Two of Earth energy. And I just want to welcome a few people before I get into your reading. Okay, Rachel. Karen says hi, Tamare.
Hi.
And Lexi says, beautiful message. Yes.
Thank you.
And Lisa says,
comments. Oh, there you guys are.
Yeah. Lisa says, hi. Gary, good to see you. I hope you're doing well. I'm sending love to Socks. Mel is here. I'm listening
Karen,
to
hi, Karen. I see the Karen.
Yeah.
And Rachel Rose, hello. I'm so glad you guys joined us. Thank you.
Yep. And Shem is here, and Selkie is here, and Gerald is here, and let's see, Elaine Sinclair, Ted Bricks, Susan. It's just so great to have all of you guys on the show. And there's 17 people's in, so I didn't get to. Oh, Kate. Hey guys, how do we get a general message, please? Yeah. So what we do, just to let everybody who's new to the show understand how we work, is we answer questions in order. And if you want to go to the front of the line, you tip. The links are in the description of all of wherever you're coming from, whether it's Facebook or Twitch or let's see, YouTube. So if you just click in the little description, we'll put you to the front of the line and we make sure to get to your question once we run out of time. Okay. So hi, Judith. Good to see you. And Karen. Yay. Oh my gosh. So it's just so good to see all of you. Thank you for coming. And I'm guessing Karen's a friend of yours, Tamare.
Back to you, honey. Yes, that's a dear friend of mine who's now living in Alberta.
Oh, that's great.
Nice to see you. Hi, Rachel Rose.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice to see some of my friends in here too. We may get some more.
It is. Yes, this is exciting. Yeah, we have 22 in now. This is a big show so far.
Good.
So would love a general reading. I tapped into some serious psychic portal the last day, and it was really intense. Whew, that's something. Well, you do know that your gifts are starting to bud. And so I did go to my Ganesha deck because he's one of my guides. And that elephant spirit came up for you the last time. And the first card that I got for you, Rachel, was belonging. You're learning to find security within yourself. Okay, so notice that in this card, Ganesha is using a mouse as a vehicle. See the mouse down there? That signifies his triumph over the ego, because the mouse symbolizes the ego. And because the ego can kind of eat away if it's all that's good and decent in a person, like a little rat chewing through things. Okay. Now this mouse, he's called Mushak, and he's Lord Ganesha's Vahan, or vehicle. Okay, so he went by the demon name of Mushikasura, I believe, and he was wreaking havoc on the world. And then the god sent Lord Ganesha to fight him. And even before Lord Ganesha attacked the demon went down on his knees and prayed to the Lord for forgiveness. And so Lord Ganesha decided to forgive him under one condition, that he has to serve him forever. And so that's why you always see Ganesha with like a little rat at his feet. And so the demon accepted the condition. He turned him into a mouse, and that's how he became Ganesha's vehicle. That's why all of the gods and devas and goddesses in in Hinduism have a vehicle that they ride. So basically what Spirit is telling you is that belonging seeks to resolve a predicament of your ego's own perceived separation. And since your ego has no conscious memory of its connections to others and to source, you're experiencing a need to get out of seclusion by bonding with the people around you. These people can be your family, your peer groups, your community, like just really finding belonging. Also, your spiritual friends, and your guides. Okay. Because when you get rid of the ego, it's right up the crown chakra opens, and you're able to let God in and fill up that extra space. Okay. And to talk to you and to connect you to other forms and beings. Okay. So the ego isn't good. It isn't bad. It's simply just a necessary part of you in this existence. It's a part of all of us. So the ego can manifest inclinations that are either more positive or more negative. The more positive aspects to belonging are you're developing your ability to love, connect, bond, share, and just care for others. You see yourself more clearly through the mirror of a relationship. And it's important in belonging that you don't try to seek approval through others. That's very important here. So through this card, Spirit is here to help you focus on positive feelings from being part of a community. So now that you're like kind of opening up spiritually, find a community. You are welcome to join our Twillow group and, take some classes and hang out with us. We love you. So just learn to trust, ask for help, rely on others. We're all here for you. If there's a community in your area that you can, develop and just get to know some people, Spirit's really supporting that right now. Okay. So that's the biggest thing, belonging. And then I got the third house of communication from Montefarber's karma cards. So just getting out, talking, communicating, making short-term little trips, sharing your ideas with other people, really working on this. The throat always comes up for you. Okay. But this is all about getting your ideas going and out there, because the next two cards I got were Aries and Sagittarius. These are very fiery cards, but the difference between Aries is like a bomb going off, whereas Sagittarius is like taking all the energy of the bomb and putting it into a laser point. Okay, it's just a lot more focused. So when I picked out these two cards, you have the energy of really strong Aries energy, like your emotional state, which would be your moon, very Aries-like. And what Spirit wants you to do is start pinpointing that energy, lasering it down, making it very specific so that you can use it. So it's like taking all this explosive energy within you and turning it into a laser pointer, which will be a very useful tool moving forward. So developing that focus, okay? And that's really going to help you, develop your spirituality as well. Because Sagittarius is ruled by Jupiter, the guru, and spirituality, and expanding your thinking and things like that. So I went to my self-care oracle, and I rarely pick this card, and I put it back in, and it popped out again. Sex. It's the sex card. Okay. So I picked belonging. I picked a bunch of cards, like the third house is Gemini, just getting out there, maybe dating a little bit. Obviously practice caution and use your discernment. But the sex card came up for you, my dear. Okay, so just keep that in mind. And yeah, so the main thing I got was that Two of Earth, learning to balance your life. Okay, finding that balance. Stop taking on so much. Learn to focus your energies in a way that can help you move forward, because they're telling me that you're spreading yourself too thin. Okay, I hope that was helpful. I'm going to let Tamare take over now.
Awesome. Actually, I have a lot of cards that cooperate with yours. I saw something interesting, though. First of all, Rachel, please just let me say all the things I'm going to say. If you get a little bit squirmy, just give me a second, okay? Because there's a couple hard things here that I have to say. And that is, I got the prairie dog in reverse, which tells me that you may have a problem. Well, you said focus, but I think you actually may have a problem focusing on a regular basis. So I'm suggesting that it could be, maybe it's a undiagnosed ADHD, or maybe it's, obsessive compulsive thinking, where you can't get out of this box to do this box, sort of speak. It looks like there's some problem keeping your eye on the prize. That's the way I'm going to put it, okay? And there could be many distractions. One of them has to do with someone else, number one. Number two, I'm being told to tell you to shed away that vibe. That individual that is distracting you needs to be shed away. Okay? So there's that. And then the other thing is, really, you could probably benefit from going to a place like Yuck Yucks. I don't know if they still exist, but a comedy show. Okay? Very focused, just extremely bored with your career. Well, I also used the term compulsive thinking. So there's that too. Okay? So there's either or. And when we compulsive think, we can't see over here. So that's, it's something to do with your focus, but it looks like it's actually an issue. So either you're distracted somewhere on someone, and you say you're extremely bored with your career. Well, yeah, for sure. I think this has been going on for a while too, though, because it gives me this card. This card here. Oh, okay, I got to learn this camera. This card. There we go. This card is called the Heyoka card. And it sometimes speaks about us fooling ourselves in some ways, or and not having a good sense of humor on top of it. It's kind of like having the humor energy upside down, because that's how it came to be, upside down. So you could use a good laugh. You could use, to take the edge off, to just, almost like resetting, by a reset, a total reset. So if you could just go somewhere and just let it all go for, a couple of days, and then come back to it with a fresh start, fresh thinking, shedding what doesn't serve your highest good, whatever it is, whether it be a person, and it does look like there are people, and it sounds like your work environment is a toxic environment, and some of the people that are there may also be part of the toxicity. So, you are probably OCD. I know, I didn't quite know how to say it. It's always hard to say something online like this when I don't even have you in front of me. And I'm really quite compassionate, and I don't like to say things against a soul like that. But I do think you're having some struggles, and how to rid yourself of them. Sometimes we just need to stop, sit back, and change the channel, go somewhere else for a minute, literally, and just let yourself be, and sort of have it in the background, sort of like music in the background. And then when you've had some time to reset, come back with a fresh look at it. And I think you've got lots of opportunity. You got the High Priestess card, which is a fantastic card to have, especially near the end of the reading, because it indicates that you have the ability. Okay, right? That's a good way to do it. Very good idea, Rachel. I think you have the ability to be quite psychic too. So is it possible you're being drawn or pulled away with psychic thought about some other thing or person? And this is why I'm getting the ADHD thing. Because if you're tuning into another channel while you're supposed to be doing this, you actually are double thinking, which is what I mean by, I guess when you're doing this, you need to be with this, but when you're not with this and you're over there, you got two minds going on. So I say, well, you do what you got to do to get around things. You got two threes, three of wands, three of pentacles, and I say you're going to make some really good decisions in the coming days. They'll be hard, but they're really good decisions. They're really sound. They're really solid. You may recognize that part of your dependency on this job is getting in your way of making some good decisions. And then you're going to rise up, stand up, be stronger, and probably get some help from a friend or two to get you out of this relationship here, which is the Devil card. And this is all about restrictions and impositions that you yourself have allowed. And I think you're going to see it and you're going to go, I don't think so. And I think you got this. My point is why the threes are there. You will need a helper or two. So enlist them. Let them come in and go forward. But don't forget that break. Please take a good couple of days.
Great advice, Tamara. And I got that third house of communication. So lots of threes in this reading. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And again, with the Aries energy, you have a lot of energy. Of course, you have a lot of focus, Rachel, but what they want you to do is take all of the energy and just start compartmentalizing it into areas that are going to serve you best and not wasting any of your energy trying to do everything. Okay. That's where I got that juggling card. Okay.
Actually, thank you for saying that, because I missed saying that about the prairie dog. In the end, it speaks of compartmentalizing. Oh. It does speak of it. So thank you.
Oh, perfect. Okay. So just to let everyone know how the show works, we go in order, but the tippers are first. Okay. So our next question is from Susan Sharones. She tipped. Next Monday will be my 59th birthday. Well, happy Saturn return. And 6 months till my first wedding. 3/2/23. We are planning to have a Sacred Harp singing wedding honeymoon. What energies, support, cautions should I keep in mind while planning this wedding and singing event? Okay, so the number I shuffled my Ganesha deck and I got belonging again. This just seems to be a theme today. Okay, so the thing is, how can you make everybody, feel like they're a part of it in some way? Okay, because that's what a wedding is all about. It's about you, it's about Daniel, but it's also about, just really inviting all of the people that you love in your life together so that you can have a celebration. I picked great cards for this in your reading last week, so I know it's going to go really well. But just enjoy yourself. See this as a way of belonging, of spending time with your loved ones, of just really, really enjoying the day. I mean, you already know that, but sometimes some things can creep in, because the main energy I got for this event is really good. It's amazing, actually. This card flew out. Okay. Wholeness, the Anahata, the heart center. Okay. Acknowledging the oneness of life, recognizing that you're part of something larger. You're going to be building connections, not only in this life, but in your physical body, but also with the divine and the universe and everyone attending there. Spirit is going to just make this a divinely beautiful Anahata heart-based. They're saying you're whole and you lack nothing. And that's how the ceremony and this is going to go. Okay, because again, green, this is representative of the heart chakra. You can see that Ganesha is green here. It's the fourth chakra. It's the center where we experience love. And that's what this day is all about. So your heart chakra is open. You can create a safe space, a supportive, loving environment. There's going to be a lot of compassion. It's just going to be a really good, happy, and fulfilling event is what I'm getting. And that, this card also symbolizes peace. So don't let the fear creep in, because you're being asked to take a moment and just kind of hold the color green in your heart when you experience some of that anxiety. Okay. When you do this, you can experience like a soothing, relaxed feeling that can bring a sense of renewal, of self-control. And if you find yourself needing healing, or you're just kind of getting agitated, breathe very deeply and affirm your health and your healing. And I know that you have a lot of yogic things that you can do to kind of help you get through this as well. And I know you know breathing techniques because you're a singer. Okay. So this is going to be a heart-based event. It's going to be beautiful. Okay. So the next thing I got is the 8 of Earth. Okay. Now, this is a study card. It says skilled work is rewarded, learning that there's more about a topic, going back to school on something. And I think this is a little bit separate from the wedding, because Spirit wants you to look into something regarding your future, before, after, whatever. You're supposed to be studying something. And so I said, okay, what can that be? And I got Libra. This flew out too. And Libra is all about, it's about cooperation. It's about finding balance. It's about, it's also, it rules the Anahata. It's a very loving card. Okay. It's Venus. And Venus is actually the guru to the demons. Now, demons aren't like horned little beasts running around. Okay. They're people that have lost their way, their dharmic path. They're not on the dharmic path. They've kind of slipped off of it. Okay. So I feel like the work that you're going to be doing is going to bring a lot of heart healing to the world. Okay. Because you do have that big, beautiful heart, because I got that for the wedding too. So that's something spirit really wants you to focus on. And then I got, so where's this like kind of anxiety? Because I got, we were planning to have cautions. I saw cautions and I'm thinking, well, it's good to be cautious. I got the ego card. Okay. This is the caution card. It's a false sense of entrapment, being overly focused on material things, negative or fear-based thoughts. Whenever the fear or the anxiety comes in, just kick it out. It doesn't belong in you. You're one of the most peaceful, loving, heart-centered people I know. You love the world. Okay. You're a lot like Amma, your guru. Okay. So just, throw the ego, the fears, the illusion, that's just kick it out when it comes in. All right. So that's the main energy that I got. It's going to be a beautiful day, Susan. You're a beautiful person. It's going to be a reflection of you and your love, and for Daniel and your partnership together and all of the people that you love and care about. It's going to be a day of, singing and joy. And I can't wish more for you. I mean, you're in your Jupiter Mahadasha. So just enjoy the day. Kick out the fear and anxiety. It's going to be great. Don't obsess about it. Okay. Take some time out and do fun things for you. Study. That's what Spirit's saying. Study something. It's for therapy is what they're telling me. Okay. All right. I hope that was helpful.
Yeah. Very good distraction. That's what you need. A very good distraction. You're already planning a wedding, but maybe you need some other little distraction again, just to sort of, maybe a good book. Maybe a good book when you're feeling anxiety or when you're feeling any of that, because there's so much going on, and you really do. As I was reading the way you put your question, and I felt you to be a really kind and caring individual. I do wish you well on your wedding. I am an ordained minister, so I always like to hear of the best things happening for people on their wedding days, and the most intimate moments of your life are about to come together all in one day. And I wish you well, and I think that you bring a lot of that beautiful energy to the space that you're creating. So just know that you know who you are. You know what a wonderful soul you are. And you know that when you come into a space, it lights up with your vibe. Yeah. So just know that when you come into this day, as you're feeling anxiety, you will. No one can tell you not to, because you will. But just remind yourself that that's really more like the jitters. Yeah. It's really not anxiety. It's jitters. It's like before you get on a roller coaster. It's like before you get on a really crazy, wonderful ride, one that you've been waiting a long time to get on. I mean, your first wedding in your Saturn return. Amazing. I do like what I see. I do see your trepidation around whether you can, whether you'll be good enough and all of that stuff. I don't want to get into all of that stuff, because that's the stuff that keeps pulling you back. And all I can say is, you got this. I had to say the same thing the lady before. We all have it. Just face your demons, whatever they are, laugh, and move on. You got this. I do see you having in the back of your mind a thought about years gone by, lives gone by, loves gone by. I do see that stirring in your mind, and just let it come and let it go. Let it come and let it go, and move into your new life. And I think you'll be fine. I think everything will be fine. Now, you ask a specific question now. What was that? Jitters contained excitement. Exactly. And that's exactly what's going on. Good distractions. You've got a stack of unread books. Pick one of them up, lovey. Pick one of them up. Let me see that question again. That was cautions. So the caution I had is about old loves and old relations who may, if you can avoid invitations to those people, it may be something you should consider. That's what I saw on cautions. And as far as support, I do see a wonderful king who is financially supportive. So lucky you. That's wonderful. Very nice. How do I say? How do I speak of this person? Gentle, loving soul. Daddy. Ah, there you go. He's wonderful, and he's financially able to show you even more love. So, good job. I think you're going to do well, sweetie. There you go.
Okay, Susan, thank you so much for sharing your energy with us today. It is so good to just have you here. You're such a beautiful spirit. And she says, thank you. You are so very welcome.
You're welcome.
Yeah. Okay, so we have gone through our two tippers. If you want to, there's a lot of questions here. So if you want to get to the front of the line, we're going in order. And so you're going to need to tip. Okay.
And
So
we're
let's
quitting
see.
at 5 o'clock because I have to go out.
Okay, sounds good. So then you're definitely tip if you want to get to the front.
That's why I'm telling you. You better put $5 in there. Come on now. I'm worth $5. Maybe you better put 10 in.
Oh, geez.
We're both worth $5.
Okay, so let's see here. Okay, so Kate. All right, you're the next person. It looks like. Oh wait, Gary. Okay, you came before Kate. Do I have one? Okay, sorry guys, I'm trying to get them in order here. So yes, okay, so this one's for Shem. All right, Shem. So do I have one? I'm guessing a question or something like that. So I did pull some cards for you, Shem. And I got that you're going through a lot of personal transformation. Okay, I absolutely love this card because Ganesha, he is the god for Vedic astrology. And so this is my favorite card. See all the beautiful planets around him. Oh, it's so gorgeous. So I love this card because it's something that I went through. And I think it really reflects what you're going through right now because your soul is assisting you by creating changes to align you with your life's purpose, which is really beautiful. Now, look how Ganesh is pointing his index and middle fingers to the heavens. He's encouraging you to be open to new ideas and growth in your spirit. This is known as pran or life mudra. Okay. It can also work on your muscular pains and it helps build self-confidence, restlessness. And if your mind is really disturbed, you can get some relief by practicing this mudra. Okay. So also notice, I mentioned that Ganesh is surrounded by the universe and he's directing the planets. The universe is the cosmic machine and the various gods described in the Vedas are the administrators of the machine. So Ganesha is guardian to esoteric knowledge. That includes Vedic astrology, practitioners, Vedic science. We pray to Ganesha because he has an intimate understanding of the planets and how they affect our karma and the destiny of each soul. Okay, so you might have been feeling a very strong desire to obtain or experience a sense of meaning, of inspiration, or of purpose in your life, especially if you're like, what's my life purpose? What am I here for? What am I supposed to do? Okay, this is likely the time which you are making some significant adjustments in your life, and these adjustments are going to help you change yourself from the old and into a beautiful new you. Okay, so you're really in a great place right now for honoring the person that you truly want to be rather than simply following a routine. They're showing me doing a routine and you're like, why am I doing this? Like you're questioning it because you're about to go on a profound spiritual journey and you're starting to kind of feel that energy. Okay. You're going to experience something that brings greater meaning and purpose in your life. And it's going to renew this inner energy. Okay. So they're telling me you need to eliminate anything in your life that's not essential for your transformation. Like don't do anything crazy, but just, get things that are like little activities that simply act as like buffers or distractions. They're asking you to kind of pull those out and focus on what's truly important. Because if you allow these energies that are taking place and trust that this, you're at a place of calm and stability, spirit can call you towards your destiny, toward what you're supposed to be doing. Okay. Your calls for guidance have not gone unnoticed, and you will ultimately find what you're yearning for is what they're telling me. Okay. Because I said, so what is it? What is she supposed to be focusing on? Because this was a really big message. Spiritual practice. You are going to develop a spiritual practice. This is going to help ground your day. It's going to trigger observations that lead to life-changing breakthroughs and ideas. And there are many ways to maintain a spiritual connection through committed practice, but Spirit is asking you to reflect on the benefits that can be gained by following a very specific daily routine for your spirituality. Okay. This can include prayer, meditation, an exercise schedule that connects the body, mind, and spirit, such as yoga. It could be mantra practice. It could be pranayama. Burning incense. You can do this while you're saying your prayers, invocations or spells, whatever you decide to step into, whatever culture really speaks to you. And there are many tools and techniques that you can use, but this transformation that you're about to hit is going to show you where you need to go. Okay. So this is going to help you maintain a little more inner tranquility, because they're showing me that you're kind of upset. Okay. You're not very happy about a few things. Okay. When that happens, just take a deep breath. Try to restore your spiritual connection, because you do have one, and find what works for you and dedicate your time to a practice every day. Okay. This is something that I did, because what they're setting you up to do is study. Concentrate on a very focused form of study. You see Ganesha's sitting here with a quill and a pen. You're given some tools and some resources and some skills that are going to be made available to you. And you're going to be able to really be focused on one single objective or purpose during this time. You're going to basically they're showing me you channeling all of your energy into this. Like you're sitting at a table and like all of your energy is going into this practice. It's really intense. Okay. So take some time to research, possible practical approaches when you get into this, because it's going to require a lot of focus. Wow. Remain as objective as possible, because this is going to be a really new thing for you. Okay. I'm going to be teaching Vedic astrology. You're welcome to sign up for my class. I know Tanys over at Twillow Academy. She's got channeling classes, crystal classes, yoga classes. I'll be teaching astrology classes. There's lots of things that you can start dabbling into until you find that one thing, and then Spirit's going to like put you to work. Like you are going to be really into this. Okay. So I'm really excited for you. And I hope that was helpful, because that's a big jump. Sending you lots of love, Shem.
Hey, I'm Tamara. How you doing? I was just wanting to ask you, have you been feeling trapped? That's the feeling I kept getting, is that you're feeling stuck, you're feeling trapped, you're feeling unable to move. Now you have a lot of movement in your mind, but not in your physical form. So it's also telling me that you're dealing with the Heyoka card. And this again, when it shows up, is when there's...
Yeah, I'm going to have to log into Facebook, and that could... Oh, sorry. We have a comment that... So we have a troll, excuse me.
Uh-oh, no trouble. So I'm being told to tell you that you may be wanting to live this way, but are living this way. It's the opposite of. So I'm being also told to tell you to have patience. Like an ant. An ant has the patience, a lot of patience, while they're building and creating things. And, you may want to learn something spiritual. You did get the High Priestess card. And that one, that could be someone who wants to learn tarot. And by the way, I teach that. Or witchcraft, I teach that as well. So if you're interested in learning how to become an esoteric or an occultist, that is a good thing to start thinking, what is it? Where do I want to go? Because while you're stuck, while you're trapped, while you're in the position you're in, you might as well take on new information, and then start to figure out how you're going to come out there. That's a card I got for you, is feeling trapped. So is that what's going on for you? Can you answer that question for me? Are you feeling stuck? Because the Tower card also comes after, and this kind of represents someone who you may have already had a loss of some measure, not a full one, but maybe you're still worrying about that. So maybe you don't have the kind of income that you need to be able to do what you want. I'm not exactly sure what I'm seeing there. That's why I'm asking you, have you been feeling trapped? But I'm not getting a response. So that's what I got there, my friend. And the Hermit card, which does speak of being alone or being in the silence. And maybe definitely at some point in time, after you put the effort in to a certain area, you may be exactly what you want, a wise a wise woman standing on a hill and having people come a long way to hear what you have to say.
Okay, sorry about that earlier, Tamara. I was
Okay.
I thought I was on mute and I was like, I have to log into Facebook and delete this person. Okay, we get those sometimes.
Oh yeah.
Okay, flies and butterflies, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so while we hope that you have an amazing, amazing week, Shem. We hope you're still here. Say hi if you are. Otherwise, I'll let you know that we gave you a reading today. Okay, so let's go on to our next question here. And it is Gary. Okay, Gary, I know you're going through it right now, so I would appreciate a quickie reading if you have time. I do have time. So this flew out. This is karma cards, okay? I got Saturn in the 5th house. Your joy is being blocked. The 5th house is creativity. It's enjoying life. It's your creations. It's the power of love. It's trusting with the will of a child. It's romance. It's all those like really good energies to just pick us up and make us feel good. Saturn is like not, he's in it right now. So these things are being blocked in your life. Okay. I know that, my prayers go to Socks. Socks is your kitty, and I hope that he's doing a little better and he's a little more stable. I had the same thing happen with my little guy Fox a couple of weeks ago, and I know how draining it can be. So I'm sending him lots of love. I did some mantras for him. And financial stuff. Okay, so I did pick a card for financial stuff, and I'm also going to do a mantra for Socks too. Okay. The card I got was the concentration card. Okay, I shuffled a deck and this thing just came up again. So utilize the tools, resources, and skills that are available to you. You have the healing modalities. You are a floral essences practitioner. You are a counselor. This is the time for you to take all your practice and use it on you. Okay. And when things get to be too much, reach out to your community. Tanys and I love you. All of us do. Jacqueline, Ramsey, we're all here for you. So if you need to reach out and just talk, we're here. Okay. But what Spirit is telling me is you need to be focused on a single or objective during this time. Okay. And do anything that you can to kind of, focus your mind and try to keep it off of this block that's going on. Okay. You're being asked to channel all of your energy, your tools, and your wherewithal into this one goal. Okay. Which is your finances. So commit to the task, eliminate any distractions that are going to take away from what you're trying to realize, because as hard as it is to have this block in place, it's to grow you in some way, and but what Saturn does is he redirects us. Okay. He creates a wall so that we have to flow in another direction. So you're being asked to literally look at your financial situation from a different perspective. Okay. The 5th house is also gambling. So don't do any gambling or like any MLMs or any of these things is what they're telling me. Don't get involved in any of that, because desperation can lead us to make really bad decisions. Okay. Take the time to research other avenues and possible solutions that work. Keep a practical approach. Work at a steady pace. Remain as objective and without emotion as possible. And I know that's very difficult, especially when it comes to finances. I've been there. But consider how you can better interact with people in your life and try to make those connections to improve the situation. And it's important to just, do what you do. Treat others the way you want to be treated, and treat yourself the way that you treat other people, because you're being kind of hard on yourself is what they're telling me, and you're really stressed out. So I'm going to pull a self-care card for you, and then I'm going to do a mantra for Socks, because that little guy.
Did you notice you have a glory shanty?
That was the troll, and I went to my Facebook page and deleted all of those, but they still show up on this side. Yeah, that's what I had to do. Okay. Right, ignore that person. They're a problem. Okay. Let's see. Chanting. Well, I'm about to do that. I got the chanting card. Okay, so you can do this with me. Okay, or you can put this near Socks, and this is for both of you, because what it's going to do is it's going to help you get past a lot of the anxiety that comes from loss. Okay, financial, and in your case, your little guy Socks too. Okay. Om Om Trayambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushtivardhanan Urvarukamiva Vandanan Prityor Mukshiyamamritat. Om Trayambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushtivardhanan Urvarukamiva Vandanan Mrityor Mukshiyamamritat. Om Trayambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushtivardhanan Urvarukamiva Vandanan Mrityor Mukshiyamamritat. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om peace, peace, peace. Okay, that was for Socks and you. I am sending you so much love, Gary, and just hang in there. And again, reach out to your support group. We're all here for you. Okay, sending love.
I was glad to be in the room while you did that, because we all get a little piece of that. Thank you. Sorry about your pup. Sorry about your pup, hon. I think that's what we're talking about, is Socks as a puppy.
Cat.
A cat.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, I have a cat sitting in front of me, sprawled out on the couch. They're really quite beautiful creatures, aren't they? Sorry about that, Gary. So I got that it's a good idea for you to talk to people, to share your thoughts, to gather in small groups, to maybe get involved in, I don't know why I got this botanical type of a place. And they may even have some cats in there, keeping the mice down. And I think that, something like that would really be good for you, is just getting involved in something, small groups, not big ones, small groups where, you just feel that you all got something to share, and you get a chance to communicate. Because it does tell me sharing and quickening. In the native traditions, we have this card. I don't know if you can see it. Let's see. It's hard to see, isn't it? Can you see that? And what it's about is dancing your own beat, being in your own rhythm, doing things in your own time, and not to be pushed around too harshly. And I don't think you do well with super heavy timetables and expectations. So just do things easy and slow. And as they become easy to manage, if you have, if something's too hard to make happen, maybe it's just not the right thing. So sort of pay attention to the way the flow goes. If the flow is easy, then indeed it'll be a good thing for you to do. Good outcome. I got the 9 of Cups at the end, and I see you connecting with some really nice people, having some beautiful dinners, nice gatherings, singing, song, music, joy, maybe a little dance even. Seriously. And I'm not talking about a big bar kind of a thing. I'm thinking more of, I don't know, like maybe impromptu kind of a beach party. I don't know, something like that. I think it's going to be fun. And I like what I see coming for you. You probably aren't sleeping very well. And so I think the intent here is to add some new life to light, to life. I hope that helps you.
Okay, Gary, we are sending you so much love. Okay. And again, reach out. You've got us. I know that you feel a little isolated where you live, but you have a spiritual community that you can reach out to. Okay. So take care, and sending love. Okay. Okay. So we're going to do one more. And this is Kate. And Kate says, "Hi guys, do we get a general message, please? Thank you." Well, you are very welcome, Kate. And I did pull a couple cards for you. And the first card I got, Ganesha just wants to speak today, because sometimes he doesn't. Like I'll go to the deck and then nothing. But today is just one of those days where it's he wants to talk. So there's freedom in accepting things as they are, is what they're telling me. Okay, you cannot move forward on your path until you release some of the blame and the anger and the sorrow that you've collected on your life's journey. Spirit is asking you to forgive those from the past that have hurt you, and be willing to forgive yourself too. Okay, honey? Because when you open your heart to the world outside, to the one within, you can get a deeper state of recognition and acceptance. And this is what's going to push you forward on a spiritual adventure. You have an adventure coming. Okay, but you have to get rid of some of the unforgiveness there, because the ego wants to align with the soul. But the things that are keeping you back is they're saying you don't have to control everything. You don't have to fix everything. You don't have to know everything, is what they're telling me. You have been overly serious and tense. So start to remember happiness. Okay. You may even find that you can laugh at things instead of getting infuriated by them. Okay. So your contentment in life will improve dramatically when you harness your ability to look at the world from a more spiritual perspective, because again, they're showing me some kind of spiritual adventure coming your way. Now, the image of Ganesha holding a banana, that symbolizes humility and an awareness of not placing too much importance on your thoughts or your beliefs in the situation. So his pot belly, that's like the bounty of nature. Okay. And this is also because Ganesha consumes the sadness of the universe and he protects the world. Okay. So just, you're going to learn to value the others, and you're going to learn some things some perspectives that differ from your own, but you got to chip away at some of the resentment that you're carrying around in order to get through that. Okay. They're saying that there's like a diversity of beauty coming your way. And once you see this beauty, you're going to accept that the beauty also resides in you, and you're going to free up a lot of this stuff that I'm feeling. And I said, so what's the main thing that's kind of holding her back? And honey, you're not rooted. I got the Mudlahara. This is a determination card. Okay. You notice that it's red. This represents the Mudlahara chakra. Okay. It's a main one, because if you're not rooted and you're not secure feeling, the dynamics can be kind of in your life can be really complicated. Okay. There doesn't exist on this earthly dimension. There's not an environment that's free of trauma or blockages, because we're here to learn things. We're here to go through some really difficult lessons. Okay. And, the root chakra is associated with keeping life exciting and sustainable. It's associated with trusting. It's associated with belonging. It's associated with accepting. Whenever you feel lost or insecure, you can lose energy due to fear. And, when it's centered, you can feel grounded. You can feel healthy. You can feel vibrant. And you have an unlimited physical energy. So work with spirit to create a feeling of being rooted. Okay. Release any heaviness that you're feeling, because they're really showing a heavy heart. Okay. Open yourself up to forgiveness. And I'm not telling you to forgive, just forgive what they did. I'm asking you to let it go for you. Okay. Know that we're all here to experience our own karmic lessons, and that the way that karma works is it's a double-edged sword. Okay. Good karma produces good results. Bad karma, it's like a mirror. Okay. So, try to feel some joy, bring some energy and creativity back into your life. Red symbolizes love. It symbolizes happiness. It provides a sense of protection from fears and anxiety. So remain positive, remain open to possibilities, and, doing this will strengthen your root chakra and create stability and inner strength. Okay. So those are two big ones: acceptance and determination. All right. Because I got the 9th house. You are, in fact, going on some kind of a spiritual journey. It's going to expand the way that you think, the way that you view the world. It's going to help heal you. But you have to kind of get some of these things out of the way so that you can allow this in, because you need to make room for it. Okay. All right. I hope that was helpful, Kate. And I am sending you lots of love. I've been in this situation too. It's what led me to Vedic astrology, and I'm on my own spiritual adventure. So it's going to be really amazing for you. And I'm excited to hear back and see how you're doing. So please come back and let us know how you're doing. Okay.
She might want to take your class too.
Oh,
yeah. Right. What I do see here, interesting, is there might be some issue that needs to be addressed, or to be on the front burner. It has to do with mother. It has to do with Empress, the mother. Okay, that one comes up, and Queen of Butterflies, which would be the Queen of Air, so Queen of Swords, and this would be a woman who may be a Libra, Gemini, or Aquarian, or certainly personality-wise, meaning that they're a little cool, a little aloof. They're nice people, but they're kind of in their own little world and do their own little thing, and they're smart, usually quite smart, but they're over there. They're not as intimate or as warm as some of us may need. They're good, but they're not actively intimate. And it's different. Like where a fire sign is way more intimate, this type of sign would be more. Their language of love would be um, doing things for you, for instance. Okay, fixing things for you, that type of a thing. Anyways, that type of person. They would call the hydro for you or do that type of thing, bookkeep for you. But maybe they don't spend enough time playful or really listening to your mind, to your heart, and what's going on. So this might be an issue, but I'm going to give you good results. So it's been an issue for a while, but what's coming is fantastic because you got the Three of Frogs, which is Three of Cups. Sorry, Three of Cups. Ooh, where is that? I have to learn this backwards thing. I don't think you can see it. Anyway, Three of Cups. It's about love. It's about gatherings. It's about community. It's about weddings. It's about commitments. It's about these types of things. So I'm going to say that gathering is going to put a good spin on it. And then you got the Two of Butterflies. Now, that would represent Two of Swords. So you need to be a little bit careful about the direction of the conversation. And if something is irking, it might be best just to put it aside and give it time to brew before you respond to it. Because there might be more importance in getting along in the coming days than to not be getting along. So just, maybe sit back and breathe. There's another good energy of the air sign is to breathe. And that's what I got for you there, my dear.
Okay, thank you everyone for joining us. Good to see you, Jones, Abe, Gary. Thank you for joining us. See Rachel, Prabhat, see Susan, and I'm going to the people commented because I can't see who else is in the room. There's many more of you. Sandra, from Trinidad and Tobago, and Lee, and Angel, and Carrie, and Pooja Gupta, and Judith, and Bimal, Karen, Kate, Judith, Lexi, Lisa, Mel, Gerald, Selkie, Shem, and Ted Bricks, Elaine. Everyone, thank you so much for coming. We really appreciate your energy and time today. And if we did not get to your question, please come back next week because we'll get to it. Well, if you either come really early and ask your question, we might be able to get to it, but we do go with tippers first. Okay. So that's just something to keep in mind if you really, really, really want a question answered. Okay. By the end of the show. But we're going to go ahead and sign off because Tamir has a place to go to.
I do. I have a date with my son.
Oh, yay. That'll be fun. Yeah. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm Michelle Marie. I'm the owner and operator of Astrological Tarot. I am both a Vedic and Western astrologer, as well as an oracle and tarot card reader. You can find me at astrologicaltarot.com. And thank you so much for joining us. We'll see you next week, same time.
Yes, thank you so much, everyone, for coming in and sitting with us. We'll see you next time. Have a great day.
Okay. Sending love.
Bye-bye. Sending love.